Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I'm Harry Price.
And I'm Ashley Anderson.
And today we would like to welcome you to Emmanuel's first ever digital assembly.
Today we'll be chatting with Mr. Smith,
Smithy.
Mrs. Davies,
Oh, Davies.
Mr. Morton,
Morning.
Mrs. Condon,
Oh, Condo.
and Mr. Morgan.
Yeah. We'll also be having a few words with Jason Pritchard.
We'll start with our prayer.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, I know you are with me and love me. Give me peace of mind as I prepare for this time of study. Help me to focus on my books and notes. Keep me from all distractions so that I will make the best use of this time available to me. Allow me to stay motivated as I work towards my goals. Saint Joseph, pray for us. May the Spirit of Catherine Macaulay and Edmund Rice guide us in all that we do. Amen.
Now, we go to Annie, who is with Mr. Smith.
Thanks, Ashley. Now I'm here with Mr. Smith.
Thanks, everyone. Can I start the morning by saying a big congratulations to everyone for their participation and work in the first term. It is short and there's a lot involved in the first term, so a big congratulations to everyone. If we go back 8 weeks, we started with retreats, and each and every one of you have made a commitment to actually be your best, led by your leaders, and it's certainly paving a way for you all to be successful for 2017, so congratulations. Can I also actually make a bit strong mention to the leadership element? We call for everyone at Year 11 and 12 in the Rice campus to actually be leaders for the rest of the college. Participation through the athletics and swimming carnivals, leading the way, and actually really encouraging junior people to be involved by the leadership has been sensational. This then stems into your ability to actually take on community issues and leading through community service. So a whole range of things going all the way back to Relay for Life, but also putting your hands up for different events around the community. In the latest one being Anzac Day is a real credit to you and really imposes our school on the community. I can't get away from this without actually mentioning also the presentation ball. The 2 nights were the first opportunity at our Emmanuel Centre. They ran perfectly and they were really well. They were really well supported by our community. But to the Year 11 group who participated, well done. It was a great night and really enjoyable. Good luck for term 2 as we're heading to another busy term.
Yeah. So, I remember at retreat we were talking about the growth mindset. Do you have any extra thoughts about it?
Oh, certainly. We've spoken throughout the term in relation to the growth mindset. The idea of the growth mindset is more about, similar to what the leader's message has been all term, is being able to achieve your best. Now, to be able to do that, sometimes we take some knocks, sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes things don't go to plan. But the idea of the growth mindset, Annie, is to actually use the people around you, to be confident in your ability, and actually know and trust that we're here to help you try and achieve the best results possible. So I guess the message from the growth mindset is to actually continue to have a go, continue to set those goals, and really try and achieve the best that you can. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Smith. Now we'll go back to Harry.
Now we'll cut to Liam, Albie and Blair with Street Talk.
So g'day Nick. How you going? I'm good, how are you? Yeah, good. That's great. So, do you think you've been ignoring your flame lately?
Yes, I have.
How?
This year I've put 110% into all of my studies and all of my homework.
That's great.
Emmanuel College Year toasters. They're not that good. Do something about it.
Too easy.
Do something about it. Boys, we're on. Oh.
There we go.
Alright, so Albie, why do we bother about talking about bullying?
Well, it's pretty disgraceful like how there's bullying around these days. Come on, it's 2017. Grow up, everybody.
Exactly. What?
No comment.
Alright.
And you're
Wait, we're on. Alright, so Albie.
Yes.
Why do we bother about talking about bullying?
Well, obviously it's the year 2017, and you know it's time for people to stop bullying, grow up a bit. You know.
So boy, how did your gold coin donation go?
Well, I got a solid $2. Mum was pretty helpful. I was gonna put $1 in myself, just like everyone else. Don't really want to at the moment. Yeah, nah, real poor. I'm poor.
That's just pathetic, I reckon. Just full on, just absolutely pathetic.
Pick up your game.
Yeah, there you go, level something.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Blair right here. What can we do about bullying?
You can ignore the bullying that's being projected towards you and just walk away and ignore it.
I like that.
These guys are hopeless. Come back to me.
Yeah, I'll think it's up. Give me a second to think it's up.
Yeah, you got it. You can report it to a teacher.
You know what he said?
You can say I've had enough of crap and yeah.
Or you could also stand up for yourself and kick some ass, I reckon.
He said ass! So, good to see you guys dressed up with your hats for St. Pat's Day. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing the hat of a furry creature.
Furry creature.
That shoots poisonous darts.
Where from?
Some game. I don't know. It looks cool.
It does look very cool. What about you?
Well, I'm a leprechaun. Apparently I'm Irish.
Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same as that one.
Oh, good answer.
Yep.
We'll now have a chat with the Year 11 and 12 coordinators.
So Miss Davies, what do you think we're doing well so far this year as a year level?
I think one of the main things, it's been a really short-term one, of course, but I think one of the things is you guys really support each other. I think there's a really good community spirit, or just for the year level, and I think that's sort of followed on maybe from year 11. So I suppose we really encourage you to sort of continue that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Miss Condon, anything leadership-wise that you've noticed this year?
I think you guys are really fantastic in terms of being proactive, initiating different events, etc. Also keeping the traditions of the school going in the way that examples would be, you know, Year 7 and Year 12 partnership and supporting them for the barbecue, and also Port Fairy. You know, you guys are thinking about Emmanuel College. You know, you guys are already starting to think about Emmanuel Day. An upcoming event, just really proactive in taking the lead and having a voice. So that's been particularly evident. Also the leadership meetings that I've attended that you guys have also been at, I've been super impressed in the way that you have come together and collaborated and consulted and, you know, brainstorming ideas, etc.
And anything sort of as a year level from either of you that you think we can improve on, having seen so many year levels sort of go through? Is there anything that we can improve on to finish out the year really well?
I think, I suppose one of the things is, it's not necessarily you do this bad, but one thing we really want you to do is just to make sure, especially over this term, is just be on top of your organisation, because that if you're disorganised, then that can lead to a little bit of anxiety. You know, I'm not getting my work done, I've got lots of sacks to do. So organisation is really, really important. That's one thing. The second thing is to really look after yourself. We know that this is a very social group of Year 12s. So it's also to prioritising what you can cope with socially, as well as balancing that with the academic, perhaps. But that'll be sort of the main two things.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Jacob for that stellar interview. Good work, Popey. Now we'll toss it over to Seamus with Mr. Morton.
Thanks, Harry. I'm here with Mr. Morton. Hello, Mr. Morton.
Hello, Seamus.
So how have you thought transition to BCA has gone for the Year 11s?
Very well. I think the Year 11s have adapted really well so far. We've been obviously up to retreat in Halls Gap, which was really good, and the presentation board, which you had a go at as well, which was fantastic. So as a whole, I think the cohort's done pretty well so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Good.
As a year level, are you happy with the way we have been approaching our schooling?
Yes, absolutely. I think, well, you would know yourself, it's a big step up from year 10 to year 11. I think a lot of students certainly find that out. And I know we're about to start a 4-day weekend, so by the time everyone watches this, they would have had their 4-day weekend. But there's a lot of SACs around this time of year in week 5 and 6, so it'll be very busy coming up, so I'm sure you'll find out all about that.
Are there any events coming up that you would like to let us know about?
Well, my understanding is that the leaders, you guys have been talking about some new initiatives that you guys can run at year 11. And my understanding that there's going to be a dodgeball competition on the cards. So informal discussion this morning with Mr. Smith. We're going to get a staff team together and probably, no doubt, take out the dodgeball,
I would say,
dodgeball comp against you guys. Yes. So that's probably a big thing where you can get involved, particularly with the winter time coming up where it's pretty cold and wet and miserable at lunchtime. So it'd be good to get in the hall and throw a ball at each other's head.
Yeah, I reckon. Are there any suggestions on what we as a year level could improve on?
Oh, Harry, what do you think? You'll hear me say it numerous times, but that bottom yard, we've got to keep that bottom yard nice and clean. So clean up after yourself and we'll be all good.
Thanks, Mr. Morton.
Thank you, Seamus. Good work, son.
To you, Harry.
Thanks, Seamus. Well, that all sounds good. What do you reckon, Ashley?
What do I reckon? I reckon you look like Melman from Madagascar.
Oh. You know, that's not the first time we've got that, actually.
Yeah, you're just so tall and lanky.
I'm not that tall. No, it's serious. Look. Look. I'm not that tall. You know, I'll go get you a booster to make you feel better, alright? How's that? How's that?
Year 11s. Alrighty, so now we throw it to jive with Mr. Morgan.
Thanks, Ashley. So, again, Mr. Morgan. So our 2017 school theme is Ignite Your Flame. What do you think of the theme and what does it mean to you?
Good question. Thanks, Jai. I think that the college theme for 2017 is a really good theme. And I think there's some great things happening already. I really like the way from the beginning of the year the captains challenged everybody to own the theme themselves and see it as something that applied to them. And when I think about it, you know, there's a few things that come to mind. One is I think of, it's just the short passage that St. John records in his gospel where they talk about having life and having life to the full. And I think the idea of igniting your flame is a little bit like that there's no point sort of having half a life or only leading or living half a life, that we actually want everybody to be able to live life to the full. And I think that our theme, Ignite Your Flame, is really calling on everybody to play their part, to live a full life and to do something this year that relates to that theme. And there's the 4 suggestions that go with that you can probably see on the screen. The other thing that I thought of too was there's that quote about life not being a spectator sport. So life's not meant to be something that we just stand by and watch it happen. I mean, I suppose you can do that, and probably lots of people do. But if you're just the watcher, then your life will pass you by before you realise it. Life is a real invitation to really be a part of it. And again, I think that our theme really invites us to do that.
Yep. What's something that's made you proud of Emmanuel College or Emmanuel students so far this year?
There's probably quite a few things. One thing that comes to mind was the first time this year when we had the whole school assembly and we were able to welcome back last year's really high achievers for the first time in the school and recognise their achievements, and I thought there was some real inspiration there from what some of them had to say. So our Ducks from last year, when she talked to us, I think that was quite inspiring in terms of what we can get out of working hard and planning for the future and aiming high, really aspiring to do well. But the project that I've actually, I think, felt the proudest of this year is the VCAL project with the honey and the bees. That's been such a huge success, and I reckon that's fantastic. And it was really proven when they went to sell their honey, and I think everything sold out within about half an hour or 1 hour, something like that.
Yep.
Great project.
And what's something you believe could be done better at Emmanuel?
One of the things when I look around the school that probably disappoints me is that it's often the amount of rubbish and litter that gets left around after recess and lunchtime. I'm really proud of Emmanuel in a whole range of ways. But when I do walk around the school and I see rubbish on the ground and you look up and there's a bin just over there, and you just think, you know, why wouldn't you bother just to walk 10 metres and put your rubbish in the bin when everything else around us, it looks so good and we maintain it so well. That's something that sort of disappoints me, and I think that we can do a lot better. And especially given what we know now about plastic.
Yep.
And the way, I mean, we probably didn't know this 5 years ago or 10 years ago, but the microbeads in plastics that don't break down. So when the plastic gets into the sea, when it gets into the river, all those sorts of things, it does break down to a point, but only so far as those microbeads. And then those microbeads of plastic start turning up in our food chain, so in the fish and in the other food that we're eating. So what the long-term consequences of that are, I don't think anyone really knows. And I think that we could definitely play a part in doing something about that, and would make us all a lot prouder of the school that we're already pretty proud of.
Yep. Well, yeah, thanks for taking the time out, have a bit of a catch up. And,
You're welcome.
Yeah, back to you, Harry.
Thanks, Jai.
Thanks, Jai. At Emmanuel, we take pride in our sports people. Now we have Liam, who will be chatting with Jason Pritchard about the national swimming titles.
Thanks, Harry. G'day, Jason.
G'day, Liam. How are you?
Good, thanks. So how long have you been swimming and what got you into it?
I've been swimming since I was about 10 years old, competitively since I was about 11. And I got into the sport by just driving past the pool one day. Mum just said, do you want to go swimming a couple times a week? I thought, yep, sweet.
Nice. So how did you go at the national meet?
I went a bit slower than I would have liked. I finished 43rd in the 17-18 age group, and just straight 17 I finished 17th.
Yep. Awesome. So what does it involve? What do you have to prepare? Do any of that?
I got to put probably a minimum of 16 hours a week, including gym, swim, and all sorts of workouts.
Yeah, nice. So what are your hopes for swimming in the future?
In the future, I'd like to go to Com Games trials later this year, and probably Olympic trials in a couple of years.
Oh, great. Alrighty, well thanks Jason, and all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, Liam.
Back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Liam. We hope you enjoyed Emmanuel's first ever digital assembly.
I'm Spicy Pricey.
I'm Ashley Anderson.
Follow the return of Spicy Pricey on Instagram.
And
always.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.